Sean's Outdoor Adventures Map Reading Challenge 2019. What's up, everybody? This is Andrew Penzie coming at you for the Map Reading Challenge 2019. This is the Missouri edition. Never in a million years did I think I'd be in Missouri hunting for the Map Reading Challenge, but here I am on the middle of some dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I'm about to jump in the woods here for my first spot. There's been rumors of mountain lions in these woods, lots of hog sign. There are dead armadillos all over the place. Who knows what we'll encounter? Hope we don't find a mountain lion. That would be just fine with me. But we're gonna have a good time and check it out. Hopefully I see some good sign, buck sign. Come on! Flew in this morning to St. Louis, drove in from here. We were gonna meet up at base camp, but ultimately we decided let's all just go hit our first spots because everyone's so anxious to get in the woods and time is limited. So we gotta make the best of it, do some speed scouting, and then later on this afternoon we'll meet back up at camp for dinner. Let's hit these woods. So far I could tell you that this would be an amazing spot if we were hunting spiders, because there are spiders everywhere. Oh my gosh, I'm like eating them, spitting them out. They're going across my head and I'm just like all wrapped up in spider's webs. Good thing I have a machete just to knock off all the spider webs. It's crazy. All right, let's press on. Look who's out here scouting with me today. It's Woody. Hey Woody, what's up? He was just kind of hanging out on the ground. I think he was like sitting tight and seeing if any deer walked by. See anything good? Oh, he's not gonna tell me. He's not gonna tell me. All right, be that way. I'll find my own. Let's go. You're coming with me. All right, so I'm seeing some trails around, some scat, but enough about the spiders, okay? In terms of the deer, the problem with this area is it's a little just too thick. I mean, I wouldn't have more than, you know, I'd be lucky to have a 20-yard shot, and it's probably gonna be from the ground because there's just not much to set up in. I just reached a spot where that really thick area transitions to a more open hardwood. And I didn't see any awesome rubs, trails, or anything, but this just, I know deer are in here because of the transition. It feels right. Everything feels right about this one spot. And there are some loose trails, nothing really beat down, but found some nice scat right here. And that's fresh, baby. And there's the tree I marked right there. It's a little too close, actually, to this trail, but I haven't really found a better, more suitable tree just yet. Woody is so pissed off at me right now because I found that spot first. Look at him, he won't even talk to me. Woody, that's what happens if you just sit around. You can't just wait for the spots to come to you. You gotta look for them, man. Tough luck, brother. Buzz is probably in one of these trees somewhere. This is my B-list tree in case there's a south or an east wind. I learned the hard way from our Ohio trip last year that you never know which way the wind's gonna come when you actually come here to hunt. So you really need setups for every possible scenario just to cover your back. Good thing this rental has all-wheel drive. I really hope I don't get it stuck back here. I'm in the middle of nowhere now. No phone service to boot. If I get stuck in here, I got a long, rough walk out. Oh my, I gotta move this branch. The further I go, the smaller this road is getting. Well, that's poison ivy. Hello. So is that. Yikes. There's so much vegetation that the car is not letting me back up because it's saying that something's there blocking the path. See? I'm guessing that you're not supposed to take rental cars in roads like this. Is this even a road? It's not even a road. I don't know, this area is just like crazy thick. I think it's just too thick. I mean, you can barely even walk through that. Imagine with a tree stand on your back. It's just so thick. I think it's too thick. I don't see a buck wanting to push his way through here with his antlers. All right, now we're talking. That thick area just opened up again. This is right on sort of the tip of a spur before it drops off. There's some sort of green field at the bottom. I think it's just, you know, hay, CRP type stuff. Lots of white oak trees, but I'm not seeing acorns on the white oaks. Now, this area is all torn up, but I don't know if it's hogs, deer, turkey, or what. I don't see a whole lot of scat. Alright, I decided this looks like hog, because, I mean, that deer don't tear up the ground that much as boulders moved and everything, and turkeys wouldn't either. It doesn't look like turkey scratch. It looks like this was just plowed through. So I think we have some hogs in the area. People use things like this to find water. Maybe I could use them to find bucks. Zzz, 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 zzz. Nope, not detecting anything. That was a bust. No good. I just didn't see the sign I was looking for. Maybe for hogs and spiders, but not big bucks. I had to bail on the car. The road was just getting a little too extreme there. So that means 3/4 of a mile hike for me. Gotta beat the sun too. Yeah, this car is just a rental, but my 4Runner I think would be able to scoot around that no problem. So look what I find. Unbelievable. Some guy's got a mineral site. Looks like the hogs have been digging it up. Some hog prints in there. And then let's see, where's the guy gonna sit? Where's he gonna sit? Right there he's gonna sit, behind this ground blind. There's the mineral. Now, next thing I'm wondering is there a trail camera here? Probably. But this sucks. It's right in line with where that spot I had found. This big oak here is right at the top center of that finger I was walking on. And the ground is beat up a little bit here. Again, just not like crazy trails, but they're walking through here. Oh, look what I found. But no one's home in this guy. Someone had a meal, and it wasn't him. This looks like a little wallow. Some tracks here. I'm guessing that's a pig track. It looks kind of like a deer track. But it looks like you could see an imprint of the back of the foot there, which you don't usually see in a deer. Unless it's like a big buck, you see those thumbs pronounced. But then you can see it looks like he sat right down here, cooled off. All right, let's test out how the Nissan Rogue does in all-wheel drive mode from a stop. Not bad. It didn't have any wheel slippage, but maybe that's just because the engine stinks. We got Sean, the superhuman, Tony, the tiger, the tremendous Tony, the tremendous, Corey, the courageous. We got Andrew, the
awesome.
Awesome, thank you.
Abominable.
Yes, abominable. This is camp life. This is base camp, where we're gonna pull in the big bucks from.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta mark this momentous occasion. Corey and I are doing a little scouting together today. Gonna go check out some nice ridge lines.
The singles thing didn't work out, so.
Yeah, right? There's power in numbers. Teamwork, baby. There's another spider, anti-spider technique.
We call this the wave.
Corey gets a workout as he's walking. So I finally found a pretty nice deer trail versus all the hog trails. And I marked an oak tree. That's Corey yelling up on top of me. I marked an oak tree down that way a little bit. And I'm just gonna follow this trail and see where it goes. The oak tree is right at a saddle point. So it looks pretty good so far. This is what we do. Try to find these suckers. Gotta get through this thick stuff. I got my partner in crime today. Huge white oak tree here, but I'm not seeing any acorns on it. But interesting area. It would be really, really tough to hike up here though. It's a long hike through some thick, nasty stuff. So I'm out on this little finger here that goes to a private house at the bottom. Lots of little rubs on these trees. It's like kind of the most rubs I've seen in this area. Some of them are older rubs, but it's okay. There's this tree right there, white oak. I'd climb up in that puppy. There's piggies. A long ways off, but there's some big ones. The one and only deer in Missouri, and we found it.
We found the only deer in Missouri.
This is what happens when three hunters see a little spike out in the field. So honestly, the area we were in was really tough to make out the deer sign. There's a lot of pigs, so the pigs disturbed so much area, it was like hard to see the deer trails. So we tried a different area. We drove like a little over 2 hours north, checking this out. In this area, the ground is softer, a lot of depressions. I don't see the pig sign, but I'm not seeing really beat down trails that would make me say, oh yeah, let's definitely move here. I feel like at this point we put in a lot of time scouting the other area, and I'm pretty confident in the areas I'm in that I'm gonna see something. So at this point I just haven't seen enough to get me fired up about this other area. So far it's a no-go for me. I believe we've reached a dead end, Sean.
Yes, we're gonna go back.
We got cliffs on all sides. Whoa, that's a big drop. There's the river. Found this old tree stand at the point I came to look at. I mean, it should be a good area. I don't see tons of track through here, but never know what you'll find out here. It's like a box turtle, but a yellow shell. Great looking bean field. This is supposed to be the state forest land across the street, but it's all these fences with cattle in it. So I can't figure out how to hunt it. All right, I talked to a local farmer who told me it's okay to cross the fences, that they do use this land for cattle, but I guess they lease it from the government or something, but we are allowed to hunt in here. Problem is, this city boy don't know anything about cattle, and there's definitely cattle out here, and they make me a little nervous. So, I don't know. I'm a little concerned about going in too far, because when we were young, we had a little cattle experience, and I'll tell you that story someday, but I don't know. Look at this deer trail. Actually, it's a cattle trail. There's cattle all over this area. It's not good. That's fresh, folks. Gotta be a deer in here somewhere. Okay, that's the end of the Missouri Scout trip. It was a tough scouting trip. Everyone had a bit of a rough time, but we did the best we could, found some waypoints, and be back in a little over a month, and gonna go knock some deer down. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm Andrew Penzie, gotta go catch a plane. New York, New York.